right. Well, thank you, ma'am. I should probably find wherever the heck it is. Question: you wouldn't happen to know if there's any books relating to theological symbols of, say, the old worlds, like Netherese gods or anything like that?
Yeah, I think there is one around here. I think there is one around here. You'd have to go to the history. We'd have to go to the history section.
Okay. All right. Yeah. While we head to the history section, the girl's turn.
Yep, girl. Yeah, yeah. You beat me to it. All right. All right. So heading over to the girls section where they're in the biology area. You see quite a few young people just kind of comparing notes here. Just you also see a couple diagrams of animals, and some of them are a little graphic, but you can understand the necessity of it.
I don't know how Flint stands this sort of thing.
Seven
So
lets out
uncomfortable.
Seven lets out a low growl unintentionally.
Relax, Seven. They're studying it so that they can help animals properly. If they know how they know how their bodies work, then they can do things with a far smaller chance of doing them incorrectly.
Seven says in a whisper, intentionally, not so Olwen and Hoshi don't hear it, but you can roll for it if you want. Or use it to abuse animals.
Are we rolling for that? I don't know.
You don't have to, if you want to.
Yeah,
What are you rolling for? Oh, perception, yeah.
Yeah, that's so yeah, Olwen hears that, Hoshimi does not.
Well, it makes sense. Hoshimi's got stuff on her mind.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. All right. So you see kind of an older gentleman. He's a beast folk with the head and fur of a jackal, and you can see his yeah. You can see that yellow eye. You can see his yellow eyes are just kind of moving back and forth between a couple of the younger people. It just kind of pointed to them and giving them a couple of. You can tell that he's giving them advice, and then the eyes just kind of flick towards you.
Hello.
He looks you up and down. Pardon me, I'll be right back. He walks over to you. You seem like you're looking for something, but you don't know where to start. May I help you?
Do you know Dr. Delian Devlin?
His eyes narrow a little bit. Yes, I am familiar with that name.
You don't seem happy about it.
I recall hearing whispers of a dwarf of his caliber.
That was out of character, sorry.
These ears I have don't just frame my face. I pick up rumors, both good and bad, amongst the scholarly.
Oh, good. Someone who's not going to mistake us as searching for him in a positive manner.
I have heard positive things about him, as well as negative. Positive in that, well, his research on neurobiology is frankly unparalleled. The negative is that, well, there are rumors that he acquired that research unethically.
You know where he conducted his research?
Sorry.
There are a few places you could check. NASA is a place of many layers, after all. There are. Follow me. He gestures you. He gestures you to follow him.
Okay.
He's leading you out of the biology wing and into the architecture wing.
Okay.
Yeah. He pulls out a book from the bookcase, and you can looking over his shoulder, you can see that it's a city plan of the entire city of NASA.
That's one way of it doing it.
So, this is a very big city with a lot of changes made to it. So we are going to have to make a few assumptions here in order to narrow things down. Are we going to assume ethically or unethically?
Unethically.
I figured, but didn't want to assume. If I were an unethical scientist, I would place my lab in... He starts pointing to 3 different locations. Here, here, or here.
Why those locations?
Not a lot of traffic, and if there were screams or squawks, it would be muted by the dense foliage. Also, there are a couple alleyways here. If someone needed to transport illicit goods in them, they would be very unlikely to be seen.
Charming.
DM, are any of those locations near the water?
Yes.
How many?
1.
Start there.
Yeah, 7 immediately points to the one nearest to the water. I'm sure that guy's probably surprised that I pointed, though.
Owen nods in understanding, but trying not to give too much away. Do you know him? You don't know him personally, do you? Do you know where he works? Like, does he work at the university?
No. He was a bit of just from what I hear, he was a bit of an independent researcher. How he acquired his funds, I have no idea. Perhaps he was an adventurer at some point, and he used that to supplement his own research. I know there are quite a few who do that.
Yes, I know one.
Very well.
But in case he wasn't an adventurer, are there any nobles or any rich folk that seems to have taken a strange interest in his research?
Yeah. You see him just kind of put his little pawed hand over his mouth and just give a small chuckle. Here in NASA, doubtful.
Well, it wasn't too far out of the realm of possibility. I mean, you all are interested in nature. Neurobiology is, perhaps one of the most in-depth studies of nature.
Indeed. But there is a very strict code of ethics that we try very, very hard to adhere to. And there are some... And then you see his steely yellow gaze just kind of turn back towards the biology wing. Some people think they can break the rules for the greater good.
Are any of those people currently in that wing?
I hope not.
You haven't gotten any weird vibes off of those students. That's good, at least. I mean, it's not great that we can't talk to one of them for more information, but thank you nonetheless.
I'm perfectly fine with the fact that we can't. It means that there's no one to talk to about it. Which in this case is a good thing. Well, mixed bag.
Yes. Mixed bag, very much so. All right. Thank you very much.
If that's all you need from me, I must take my leave. My students need to pass their exams.
Not at all. Thank you very much for your time. That's all we needed.
Thank you very much.
Very well. And as you're so he walks back over to his students, and Rashid walks by him, and then he sees you, and his eyes narrow, and he walks over to you. I see you've met Professor Wickham.
Wickham
Yes.
or Wiccan?
I heard Wickham.
It is spelled. There you go.
Okay.
Professor Wickham.
Forgive the man. He's a bit intense.
He gave us what we needed. It's fine.
Well, that's why he's on. Well, that is why he's on the payroll. Bit of a standoffish sort of fellow, but he does good work.
Well, not every professor is going to be the same. If they were, it would be quite boring to learn, wouldn't it?
In any case, I think we got what we needed. Do you know where our male compatriots went?
Oh yes, they moved up. Yes, they moved over to the religious wing.
Thank you. Well, we can find our way. Thank you.
Very well. So,
As they're on their way there,
Are we left alone yet?
Yes.
okay. As they're on their way there, Hoshimi puts her hand on Olwen's shoulder for a minute, and then she looks over to Seven. You go ahead. I need to talk to Olwen for a moment.
Seven just nods, and wait, where am I going to? Sorry.
Religious
section.
Religious Ooh, okay.
I'm scared. I'm scared by that response.
I'm curious to see what kind of mischief I could get into. Come on, let me have my fun.
I didn't say anything. I'm just scared.
I'm not gonna do anything dumb. What am I gonna do with a bunch of books?
Anyways,
You don't want me to answer that.
Anyway, Seven goes over quietly because she's clearly depressed right now.
Sorry, Seven.
yes, Hoshimi.
Hoshimi switches to speaking in Simajin so that others won't understand what she's saying. How well do you think you can keep an eye out for Yuto? Because I've noticed that you're quite adept at finding him. Okay. Trying to insight.
Did I find him?
No. Yuto's not here. I can tell you that right now.
Oh no, I was trying to prove that I could find him.
yeah, he's not here.
He's not here.
Darn it.
That was a good roll. What a waste.
I know! That's why I wanted to do it. Anyways, I can usually find him. I've kind of gotten used to his patterns.
Meaning that you're getting better at reading him.
I guess so.
And I know that he will not admit it, but he is starting to trust you. You
Aw.
specifically.
Also DM'd you, Josh.
Oh, okay.
Take a shot. It's a rare person that can win any semblance of trust from him. Which is why I made sure he's going to be absolutely out of earshot for me to ask you this.
Okay.
I know you remember what he told us about how he took it when I disappeared. And since then, I've been thinking. Yuto is a lot more emotionally fragile than he seems. I know that because, well, I need you to make a very important promise to me, Olin. I would not ask this of you if I didn't trust you to keep it.
Okay.
If something happens to me, I need you to look after him. Yuto, if he lost me again, he would shatter. There's no question about it. He would absolutely break. And if that were to happen, I'm scared of what he might do. I agree with what you said back then, that he's nothing like our father, because he's not. But at the same time, a broken man changes, and typically not for the better. I need to know that someone will be there for him, to take care of him, if I can't be. And I'm asking you this now because... And she holds up her hand and shows the black mark on it. Because of this.
I understand.
You don't fully understand. And you're not going to until I explain about his voice.
Well, I understand that you're worried. That's what I'm trying to say. What about his voice?
First of all, I think it goes without saying you bloody well keep this to yourself. If he finds out I even suggested this to anyone, he will go feral, and it's not pretty when he goes feral.
He goes feral if someone is concerned about him.
No, he goes feral if he's worried that something's going to happen to me. And this sort of conversation, yeah, I don't think I need to finish that implication.
No, I get it.
So, you all know how the Night of Red Sand manifested in me. That phobia of large amounts of blood. for him, it was different. That night was
He
the
lost his
last.
voice.
That night was the last time I ever heard him speak.
Oh.
Because he was not born mute. He has a voice, he just can't reach it anymore. From how I understand it, because he never told me the full story, at least I don't think he could emotionally, but he tried to talk our father down at first. I mean, he's our father, of course he wouldn't want to fight him. But do you remember what I said about Kitsune Kukan? The Kitsune of Void? Out of character, do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, go ahead.
I will look after him. Definitely.
No,
But I don't think anything's going to happen to you.
Owen, please. This is more than just looking after him physically or emotionally. This is something I'm probably going to ask for your help on anyway, but Yuto's heart needs healing. And I think that all of you have the potential to help him. He made a sound during training. It's literally been a decade since he's been able to do that.
Oh. Not even a... Oh.
Not even a sound.
Not even... Oh. Okay.
The biggest secret that I've kept in my heart is how much I want to hear my brother speak again. So I need you to promise that if something happens to me, if the worst happens, regardless of whether or not you believe something will or not, please help him get his voice back.
I will do my best.
Hoshimi has tears like streaming down her face, not because I do in real life, and she pulls Owen into probably the tightest hug she's ever given her.
Olwen reciprocates the hug and gently, like, in sort of a reassuring manner, kind of strokes the back of Hoshimi's head.
He tells me everything. I would do anything to take care of him. Even asking someone else to if I can't. I am trusting you, Owen. I'm trusting you with my biggest fear. My biggest weakness. Please, 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 don't let me down.
I will always strive to do my best. I can't promise anything in regards to speaking again, but I promise I will look after him. And I promise that I will try and help him speak again.
Thank you. Hoshimi pulls back from Olwen and tries to, and she wipes the tears away and tries to refocus herself so that the others won't be able to tell that she was crying. We should catch up to 7. Gods only know what she's going to do. Gods only know what she is going to do if we're not there to watch her. If
The
this
rest of
wasn't
them
so,
are there.
until she finds them.
Air.
God knows I wouldn't have sent her off by herself if this wasn't so important. Thank you, Owen.
Of course. Happy to help. I like him too.
Sashimi.
Don't hate me, but I do still want to pet him.
Well, like I said, he's beginning to trust you, so you might be able to.
Alright.
Let's see what sort of shenanigans Seven gets into.
Alright.
Should be interesting.
Well, Seven was attempting to look for books about the Mother of Monsters or anything around the speech of Necro. But unfortunately, the books of Necro, for apparent reasons, are not really would not be found in a place like this.
They're in the
It's in the
forbidden
restricted section.
Exactly.
No!
Yep.
The screaming books on chains.
Yeah, and books on the Mother of Monsters. There are, but nothing new here that we don't already know.
Bleh.
So, shall we move back to the menfolk?
I suppose.
All
The
right.
masculine half of the party.
Like I said
or
in
take.
the private chat, Flint kind of migrated over to the biology section a little bit.
Well, wouldn't he have run into them on the way there?
No, he headed over as soon as they went to the architectural section.
Yeah.
So he missed them, but he did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He was helping Adrian research them first. So
This party spends a lot of time in libraries.
Gee, it's almost like we're trying to get information to solve a mystery.
yeah.
Would you rather us being on our phones and just Googling it?
F you.
You left that door wide open.
You know how everybody says touch grass or read a book? We literally did both in the same session. So
Wow.
That's how you power play the DM.
yeah.
Anyway.
You guys have been power playing me from day one.
Anyway.
We love you.
All right. So as Farah's leading you over, she just glances over her shoulder. Well, you're interested in the Netherese Pantheon?
A little bit. I'm trying to find a couple of symbols related to research. They were what was it? One looked like a dancing creature, it almost looked like a dancer, and then the other one was like a lotus. It appeared actually at the start of my research here, and for the life of me, I can't seem to find it anywhere. And hey, if anything has it, it's going to be in like a really great library.
Huh. Can I see the symbols?
Yeah. So he takes the first one and he folds it so that it's just the dancer, because he does not want to. It's just so he doesn't see. You know,
don't want her to say anything accidentally. Cough, cough.
Uh-huh. And then the other one, he shows the. Yeah, actually, it's on the same one. So it shows the lotus and the lotus and the dancer on the Not the anathema one, but the first one. And covering up best as you can as the other ones.
All right, so
yeah, so basically he folds it in half, so he just shows Bahamut's, the Lotus, and the Dancer. Because we don't need this. We don't need this Nick Stabby on showing her.
No,
it's not.
Did you forget he calls him that?
It's a god of
Can't
death.
say his name.
He's a god of death. I'm gonna call him McStabby.
McStabby.
You are such a nerd.
All right, so she looks at the two symbols and those are unfamiliar, but we could try looking at this. She pulls out this one book, and it's called, you can see from the title, it's called The Twilight of Divinity.
Ooh.
Yeah. This is a very comprehensive study of the pantheon worshipped by the ancient Netherese.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah, it delves into the relationships, domains, and conflicts of the deities. Some of them are actually still worshipped today, and some of them are not.
Okay. Well, we did find a couple of these symbols, and some of them are still worshipped, but it's these two that are driving me up a wall.
She starts kind of paddling through it a little bit. No, none of them were a flower, and none of them were a dancer.
Unless I'm looking at it wrong?
I don't know. She turns it upside down. Nope, still nothing. Where'd you find these symbols anyway?
In a crater in the ground.
She looks up at you, and her glasses nearly fall off her face.
You catch them quick and then place them back on.
Sorry, what?
Open mouth, insert foot.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, we happened to find them in a bit of a crater while we were getting to know each other.
Okay. So
What? Wait, unless that's supposed to be an eye. Yeah,
maybe.
I'm looking back. It does kind of look like two little, look like an eye centerpiece, and then the sort of like something holding it in between there.
Whoever drew this symbol didn't do a very good job.
So you think they did this in a rush?
Probably. Like, look at this. It's all in a script. It's all scribbled, not done very well. Like, I almost mistook that symbol for something else.
Why? What did you mistake it for?
Well, that dragon head right there. It's I almost took that for a jackal's head.
I'm sorry. Wait.
I would have said horse personally, but
A jackal's head.
Yeah, but you know, it's like she pulls out another book and then just pulls out shows Bahamut. It's like clearly that's Bahamut's symbol, but I don't know. I'm not entirely sure that that's a dancer.
So whoever did this was in a rush, or got the symbols wrong.
I mean, look at a lot of these symbols. They're smudged. Maybe it was less that they did it in a rush and more that they just didn't take care of this parchment very well.
That's a possibility. Okay, that's that is very, very interesting. This is gonna drive me up a wall. Just trying to figure out what those two are.
Have Olwen and Hoshimi reached the religious section yet?
Yes.
Olwen looks over at the paper. You know, the dancer always kind of did look like a monkey to me.
Dolly! Don't do that!
Do what?
Oh, somebody else for a change.
Sneaking up on? It's fun.
Oh, I didn't realize I was being sneaky. My natural stealth is just a 16.
Really?
Meta.
Meta.
Maybe we're looking at this wrong. Maybe it's not Netherese.
Okay, what? Okay, then if it's not Netherese, what could it?
Maybe we could look up current deities or cult symbols or.
Actually,
Hey, DM, that cult book that Seven got. Do any of those 12 have symbols that we just missed?
no, they don't.
Crabs.
Actually,
This is where you miss being able to cross-reference via the internet.
Actually, here's something I think. You see her actually take her glasses off and start looking at the symbol. Wait, I think I might know what this is.
Wait, what do you see?
Hold on, I got. She puts her glasses back on. Hold on, I gotta go find this particular book. I think this might be it.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Let's come with you. And I want.
Yeah.
Adrian follows her.
Where's Flint?
I think I saw him in the architecture section before we left.
No, he went to the biology section.
Yeah.
Should we cut to what he's doing?
No, I was just gonna have Hoshi come get him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like Hoshi just runs again, just grabs it by the shoulder. We got a lead.
Hey! And he grabs Zoo kind of falls out of his hair and he grabs her by the tail like, yeet!
Yoinks. All right, so you see her pull out a book on old names and of. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to exactly word this. Oh, duh. What? I cannot believe the word escaped me there.
What word?
Nephilim.
Nephilim.
Gesundheit.
Yeah. This is a bit of an outdated book, but it's a book on essentially Nephilim, basically people who have blood that is have parentage, ancestries of people who aren't of this world.
You mean it? Are you referring to different planes, or?
Yes.
Oh, wow! I was looking in the exact wrong place then.
Yeah. But hey, I mean, look at that thing. It's really, really smudged. I'm not surprised. It's almost like the person who gave you this didn't want you to find out exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Do
Adrian's
you
like,
mean? Sorry.
no, I'm good.
No, you don't mean, like, say, Azamar, do you?
Oh yes, there are symbols. Yeah, there's things for Azamar here, tieflings. 1 second. Heck, there's symbols for symbols for Dhampir, Ifrits,
Dhampir.
the Undyne, and where is it? Aha! There it is. 1 second. All right. I got to...
All I can say is hallelujah, that frickin' monkey man has been bothering me for a good long time. And I know I'm not the only one.
Oh.
Alright, I'm
Monkey!
Monkey!
Because I thought the Lotus was Kitsune Kenshin.
No, the eye was Kenshi.
Right.
The one you mistook for Kabuto.
Yes.
So
now we just need the Lotus, and we need the Lotus and the monkey.
I designed that. It was working on the inspiration of halos and magic circles. I'm so offended. I mean, not really, but wah.
Nephilim.
This is the symbol.
I can barely see this.
I can tell.
Yeah, just move it to the side. You'll see it, kind of.
Move it against like a brighter background or something.
It's against my character sheet. I can kind of see it.
Yeah. Sorry, that was a thing that I did not anticipate. But yes.
Anyway, it's fine.
Yeah, you can see that. Yeah, it's straightened out. This symbol. This is a symbol of a Duskwalker.
Duskwalker.
Yes. Those are people who have the blood of psychopomps.
We looked to Sybil.
Yeah, I'm looking at Sybil.
Yep.
Well, Sybil.
Question is, how much would Sybil actually know about this?
Doubt he knows a lot, but still.
Well, it's a question for the DM.
Well, the thing is that because of Sybil's construction, he wouldn't know anything about this.
Construction?
Conception of the character. He wouldn't know anything about this.
That makes sense. So, yeah, Sybil can just smile and keep looking.
Well, that's something.
Hoshimi, elbows Adrian lightly. Time for the notebook?
Yeah, Adrian takes out, and then
Okay.
he remembers. Wait a second, wasn't? He remembers. He's thinking to himself, "Wait a minute, didn't Trixie say she was a psychopomp?"
That was where my brain went, but that's not what I'm thinking.
Yeah, and she actually said something directly to Sybil, though I can't remember what it was.
So it's like that, is it? That was what she said.
Yes.
That's not where my brain went, but that is what I'm thinking.
Shut up.
All right.
Look,
I love it.
Habits.
All right. Can you see it better here?
No, but it's fine.
It's because it's on a dark background.
It's
Yeah,
black
I can
background.
see it.
I can see it. There's enough light behind it.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Oh, wait. Oh, that's why. Like, I see it enough. How about that?
Okay. It's in the journal. It's in the journal tab under Nephilim symbol.
Yeah, that's way better.
Okay.
Perfect.
We don't have to agonize about this anymore. Hooray!
Yep.
Now all we just need is the lotus. Actually, is there a symbol in there for, Ierna?
You mean Feronia?
No, I don't
No,
think she does.
Ierna.
She starts looking through it. No, but there's a general symbol for tieflings.
Oh?
What's that look like?
The symbol, it's not going to be. I gotta tell you right now, it's not going to be story important right now, but it looks like. All right, I'll just put it into the Sota chat.
Okay. Ah, that looks like a bat.
Where? Let's see. Actually, yeah, it does.
That's nifty.
Nifty Nephilim.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Okay, so just to recap, so Nephilim are basically just are generalization symbols.
Yes, yeah, pretty much. It's people don't really. It's well, according to sociological history, it's at first Nephilim was just kind of an umbrella term for anyone who had outer planar parentage, but things get a little more diverse, and the box kind of expands, and people are very particular about labels.
Wait, what about interplanar? Does you were born on an inner plane?
Well, okay, yeah, outer planes, inner planes. It's just basically a plane that's not the material plane.
Okay.
So, but yeah, there are the Efreet, who descend from creatures such as Efreet, salamanders, Oriats. Those are plane of Earth.
What about the plane of obsidian?
Obsidian. Well, those could be. Oriads or Efreets, because isn't that kind of a mix between fire and earth?
Essentially, but it's down to the simple. If you're down to the narrowest details, it's between magma and vitality.
Vitality.
Can you cross-reference? Actually, can you cross-reference what you have for magma and vitality? I want to see what I can combine. Adrian's gonna see what he can combine. And see if any of them come to something of a lotus.
Okay. One other thing. The symbols that had come up when they were looking into the memory of when they got sent back to the material plane.
Yes.
Whereabouts?
I'm sorry. Repeat that.
Never mind. I think I found what I'm looking for.
Okay. So you're trying to cross-reference
magma with vitality, since positive got changed to vitality.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you're trying to see if it makes a lotus?
Yeah, something like sunlight with like something, or yeah, if you want to go generic, like sunlight with earth or soil or something like that.
Well, it makes a symbol, but not that.
Okay.
Oshimi suddenly speaks up. Adrian.
Yep.
Pull out the images of the images of the things that were in that skeleton man's cloak.
Yeah, 1 second. What's that under? Eastern? No, that's under...
That's under Dark City.
Right. Symbols and cloak. Alright, got it up.
Okay. So... look at each of these. The one on the bottom left, me. The one in the the one in the middle, okay, the one on the bottom right. That's Hexter symbol, right?
Correct.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure Olwen, the one in the top, Sybil, and 7. These are all things that... No, these are all symbols that represent things that repulse us.
Yeah. Yep, our anathemas.
So what if the ones on the ratty parchment are things that draw us in?
That's what my theory was. So...
if we figure out... because the interesting thing here is that the lotus is on both sides. So it both draws someone in and repels them.
Actually, I just noticed the lotus here is actually smudged, while the one on the first one is actually not as.
Well, all of the logos on the other parchment are smudged, aren't they?
More or less, but that one matches. So, I'm sorry. What was your name again?
Farah?
Farah. Hoshimi takes the paper and shows her the one on the bottom. Would a better look at this one help you to locate it?
I mean, it looks like a flower, but she's just kind of looking it off and on. No, I haven't seen that symbol anymore. What symbol is this of? Like, where?
That's what we're trying to figure out.
If we knew, we wouldn't have to ask you, would we?
Well, I mean, just from what you guys have been mumbling, these are all... Most of these are deific symbols, or just symbols of very powerful entities. But
not all of them are, though.
Maybe not. So maybe this flower just represents someone who is relatively powerful, but you think that if they're relatively powerful, we would have heard of them.
Maybe they're dead.
Maybe.
Maybe it's someone who's drawn to or craves power, but later on realized that the power was actually to their detriment.
Or maybe it's someone who doesn't remember. She gives a look over to Adrian.
Adrian, in his thoughts, speaks to Feronia. I think she's talking to you.
I gathered. I suppose the symbol... mean, it's not unpleasant to look at. I wouldn't say it sparks familiarity in me, but it doesn't spark negative feelings in me, unlike looking at some of these others.
Well, it's just... I'm just trying... This is why I leave this stuff up to the two of you. She looks at Olwen and Adrian.
Well, we're trying our best here.
Yes, I know. I don't think we're gonna get any closer to figuring out that bloody flower.
No.
But at least we figured out the... Frickin', what's the word?
Nephilim.
At least we figured out the Nephilim symbol. So thank you very much for that.
Oh, happy to help. It's just, so then you just hear her whisper under her breath. So, wow, this might actually be my foot in the door to be a real scholar.
If you ever find out what this symbol is, please let us know. We do have some other errands to run, but this has been very helpful.
Oh, great. Happy to help. She kind of adjusts her glasses. Is there anything else you need from me?
Nothing that I can think of.
Okay, well, I got some other work I gotta get done too, so, see ya.
You take care.
All right, bye.
And good luck with your studies.
Thank you.
7?
She's not
dear.
outright leaving, but she's ready to go.
Yes. A sentiment that I agree with. Let's go.
Hey, Flint, what were you doing in the biology section?
And he kind of keeps it to himself a little bit, at least for the time being. And he's like, Zoo wanted to know more about the city.
In the biology section?
And like, what other...
Smooth! Wow, Flint! Wow!
Everybody, I'd imagine like the whole party just said that in unison.
Well, she wanted to know what other small animals were here. If she decides to live here, she doesn't want to be victim to predatory advances, does she?
I'm sure. If you don't want to say what you were looking up, just say so.
He still holds his tongue.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Come on.